Welcome back to my so-called review of the Caberg Drift. I'll start with a bit of housekeeping. In my part one, I erroneously said it had all of the safety standards. Now, apart from that being an obviously daft thing to say, I'm going to put that right. It has only ECE 22.05, which obviously is the main one for Europe and obviously this country. So don't go taking it to the United States and expecting to get away with it. Here's the helmet in a kind of photo studio, and here's the helmet on my head riding a bike. This is on a MT10 Touring Edition. You'll notice that the little flippy up screen thing directs the air straight at my head. So I couldn't really get a read on how quiet or otherwise the helmet is going along. So I borrowed Charlie's R6. Here I am wobbling out of the car park. Now, being a little sports bike and me being 6'4" and a bit, it puts the helmet right up in the wind. So I thought, well, let's see how fast I can go. Well, not really. Let's see how fast I can go before the wind noise starts to become an issue. I ran out of bravery before the wind noise became obtrusive, so I call that a massive win. Obviously, if you're going to be going a couple of hours on a motorway, you'd be using earplugs, but I don't like faffling about, especially when I'm just doing little short trips or just going around on the usual B-road type stuff. So it's really good to know that I can just bung this on and I'm good up to, let's say, 50 miles an hour into a 40 mile an hour headwind, if you know what I'm saying.
Badass!
So there's an awful lot to like about this. A couple of things I don't like. This here is the lever for the dark visory internal bit. Easy to put down. When you have to put it back up again, your thumb has to find this little gap in between the cracking it open lever and then the little pointy bit, which you're obviously, when you've got a glove on, it's not nearly so pointy, but that's quite a little pointy thing to have to find. Just a muscle memory thing. I'll get used to it, so would you. The little cracky open lever, where are we? Again, a muscle memory thing. You're going to get used to it, and it works as it should. That's pretty good. Probably the flimsiest thing on it, I reckon, that bit. I have now fitted the pin lock visor, which works really well. Very easy to fit once you've got the visor off. That did reveal how fiddly getting this visor off is. The little release lever doesn't quite release far enough, so you have to be pretty brave bending the corner of it to pop the visor out there. Not something you want to be doing every day, definitely. I haven't had any trouble with the wind, is that called a wind curtain? Whatever it is, I haven't had any trouble with that. I've left mine in. Some people don't get on with them particularly well. I find it's alright for me. I like it a lot. I'm more than happy with it. Obviously part of that is my personal thing about the shape of my head and therefore the shape and fit of this helmet. It's the best fitting helmet I've ever had. Overall, I'd say it's a nicely spec'd, fairly lightweight. As far as I can tell, well, from my outing on the R6, it's a fairly quiet helmet. So I'd say the overall look of it, the overall feel of quality matches up pretty well with the price. Obviously it's a helmet, it's a kind of a personal thing, so don't just go online and buy one. If you know your local shop has them, and it's the kind of price range you're looking at, then I'd say it's worth checking out.